a new topic of modern India, modern history, patriotism, the nationalism. In this lecture, we will try to understand what is the difference between the patriotism and nationalism. You have 2 minutes to think about the meaning of patriotism. Think what you are thinking by looking this word. Probably most of you are thinking that riots, dharna, some kind of protest, maybe in the form of past, other ways are means what you most of the people are thinking patriotism is something the outcome of the patriotism, not the meaning of the patriotism. So first we will try to understand what is the meaning of patriotism, and then we will try to understand what is the meaning of nationalism, and then we will compare both things. So start with the definition of patriotism. Patriotism is the love for the nation which is natural, where person born or and brought up. What do I mean to say is that, let's say you born in some geographical region. Suppose you born here. Maybe this is some nation. So whether you brought up here or you brought up somewhere else, some different nation, you are going to have a connection with this place because you born up and you brought up. So that is the love, is the patriotism, which is natural for a person. Now come to the meaning of nationalism. Uh, Let me first explain what is nationalism, then we will compare. Nationalism, on the other hand, is the feeling of oneness, togetherness, or you can say same consciousness. Nationalism is, let me change the page. Nationalism, first write down what I am writing here, and then we will together try to understand the meaning of nationalism. Nationalism is modern political ideology and feeling which emerged during the late 18th century and 19th century. Nationalism, the ideology of nationalism, of nationalism is the product of various revolutions like French Revolution, American Revolution, like European Revolution of 1830 and 1848. I will explain these revolution in later lectures. So right now you don't need to understand, you don't need to go into the depth of these revolution. First try to understand what is the meaning of nationalism. So before these revolution, there was no need of people to coming together. There was no need of people to make same consciousness. So because of these revolution, there was need a person who have to come together and fight for something. So they come together and form group for a particular reason. That's why nationalism emerged. Now write a next and the definition of nationalism. Nationalism is the feeling of oneness with or without diversity. Why with or without diversity? Take example of India. We have a feeling of oneness from North India to South India, but peoples living in the North India and peoples living in the South India are different from each other in many aspects, in many cultural behaviors. But we have a feeling of oneness altogether. So that is the nationalism. There may be diversity, there may not be the diversity. With shared history, with shared culture, shared aspiration. Why with shared history? Why with shared culture? Because for two or more people, in order to come together, there must be something for which they are coming together. So, if they have something in common in their history, if they have something in common in their culture, if they do have something common in their aspiration, then they will come together. I mean to say that a person who is living in India will not come together with a person who is living some different geographical here, let's say here, if there is nothing in common. So nationalism is nothing but a feeling of oneness, coming togetherness. And on the other hand, patriotism is something which related to a particular person. Love of a person for a region where he born, for a nation where he is born and brought up. So this is the difference between the patriotism and nationalism. Thank you for watching the lecture.